chums, Ross here. Hope you're well on this lovely Saturday. A few things today. Tomorrow's daily pick for Talking Pictures TV is a real treat. Sunday night on Talking Pictures TV is London Palladium night, and this edition came from November the 28th, 1965, when the show was just called the New London Palladium Show. It's a great bill tomorrow night. Cleo Lane and Johnny Dankworth. Comedy from Des O'Connor. Top liner is the American singing star Tony Martin. But the main reason to watch it tomorrow is because Sid James is in it. And he's right at the top of the show, and he does a lovely song and dance number looking very dapper in his top hat and tails with the host, the Liverpudlian comedian Jimmy Tarbuck. So look out for that, it's a treat. And there's a lovely little bit where Jimmy does a cheeky Tony Hancock impersonation and Sid does a look. It's worth watching just for that moment. So that's tomorrow night, 9 PM on Talking Pictures TV. And talking about comedy and watching musicals and comedy, my sister's still ploughing through deliciously The Good Life with, she tells me, a large gin and tonic on the go. That's always good to have. And today, with an equal serendipity, the other day was Penelope Keith's birthday. Today is 45 years since The Good Life was first broadcast on BBC television. So a good reason to buy the box set if you don't already have it. And why shouldn't you? It's a genius show. Today is a sad day really for me, because I should have been on stage with one of my absolute comedy heroes and now one of my dearest friends, Tony Slattery. We were going to be playing to a packed house tonight at the Wanstead Tap in Forest Gate in East 7 in London. So I'm on the phone to Tony a lot. We are looking at diaries to try and reschedule that show at some point this year. So keep your tickets. They're lovely guys at the Wanstead Tap. It's a beautiful venue, so we'll be there as soon as we can. Hashtag Slattery Saturday. We'll do that show as soon as we can. It will be a treat. And if you've seen our shows before, Tony and I do, they're always different. Neither of us know what we're going to do on stage. It's always a riotous evening of fun. So come and see us. We'll be back on the road as soon as we can. And that's of course not this year in Edinburgh. I've been delighted to work with Tony Slattery for the last 2 Fringe festivals, but of course, as we all know, the Fringe has been cancelled this year. I don't think I've missed a Fringe in like 20 years. I've probably missed one in the last 20 odd years. So it's going to be a real empty August for all of us, performers and comedians. We're going to, save a lot of money on accommodation, of course. That's the one real rough bit about Edinburgh. But, where are we going to drink our own body weight in Sauvignon Blanc this year? I will find a place, I'm sure. But the Edinburgh Fringe will be back, of course, in 2021, and hopefully myself and Tony will be there as well. Of course, also the controversy every year is the funniest joke of the Fringe, right? It's always the least funniest joke, usually the least funniest joke. But I'm going to give you now, for your approval and consideration, a joke from my very cool nephew, Connor, okay? So here's one. Why do you always tell an actor to break a leg? Because every play has a cast. There you go. Okay, moving on. Now, tomorrow I will announce my 2 favourite films that I flagged up a few days ago. So my all-time favourite film, and the also ran, and the clue was, they're not carry-on films, but the clue was each of the films includes in the cast a guest star from one carry-on film each. Okay, there's your clue. So I'll give that answer tomorrow, put it in the mentions down below and see who gets it first. I know someone who does know it. He's DM'd me over on Twitter, and you know the answer. I'm looking at you, Rick Blackman, but don't say a word until tomorrow. And that's it. Tonight is the second of our hashtag comedy horror double bills. So from 7 o'clock, you don't need the film. The Ghosts of St Michael's will be streaming on my Comedy Historian Facebook page, 7 PM. Will Hay in the Ghosts of St Michael's, and we can have a little fun with that and chat about the film and enjoy that. And then over on Twitter, from 9 PM, we're going to be watching Frankie Howerd in The House in Nightmare Park. So a bit of comedy joy tonight, some spooky comedies from the British studios. So enjoy those, and I'll see you there. Lots of love.